Taking a look at the trading week beginning July 8th, two things combine as the sort of single focus for next week. That's economic weakness and Jerome Powell's testimony. Now, economic weakness has been spreading in the U.S., including this past Friday's non-farm payrolls number. When you look at the Citigroup Economic Surprise Index, the last time it was above zero, which would indicate positive economic surprises, was May 2nd of this year. It got as low as negative 23.8 on May 22nd, but then started to come back strong while still remaining negative. However, that tide has turned back lower again. As of the first week of June, we had a reading of negative 8.9, which was down from negative 7.6, and we still are negative today. Now, when you look at the effect on yields, they've been to take yields lower, but not by that much. The 2-year was down 7 basis points this week. The 10-year down 5 basis points at 431, but the CME Fed Watch tool now has the probability of a rate cut in September at 71.8 post the the non-farm payrolls data that we got on Friday morning. That was up from about 55% probability of that being the first rate hike. The Jerome Powell testimony coming up this week is the semi-annual testimony before the Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee and the House Financial Services Committee on July 9th and July 10th. This used to be called the semi-annual Humphrey Hawkins testimony, and it's specifically set up to discuss the Fed's monetary policy and the state of the economy. So it's likely the single most important thing next week for general markets. We also get speeches from Vice Chair from Supervision Michael Barr and Richmond Fed President Thomas Barkin, unrelated to Humphrey Hawkins. Earnings begin next week, unofficial start of Q2 earnings with some major big banks and some huge consumer and industrial companies, including JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, and Bank of New York Mellon, also PepsiCo, Fastenal, WD-40, ConAgra, and Delta Airlines. Grand total of 17 companies with market caps over $1 billion reporting. In terms of data, Monday earnings, data in Canada, that's wage earnings, and retail sales data in the UK. Tuesday, US PPI, Powell, and Chinese inflation data. Wednesday, more Jerome Powell. Other than that, it's quiet. Thursday, German inflation data, UK GDP, Chinese new yuan loans, and US CPI data, which is also obviously critical. And then Friday, Japanese industrial productions, PPI in the US, and preliminary July Michigan consumer sentiment data.